Hello and welcome to today's video. Today we are here playing some GTA and we're doing another lap time trial. We did this a couple of months ago. And we're back. So we have 10 cars in my garage and we're going to do a timed race around. And then we're going to see, who advances. We'll have 6 advance from there, down to 4, down to 2. So, first, though, we got to figure out the course. So the course, of course, will always start here. I'm thinking we go up like this. Brake, go around here. Oh, God. Then we head through this section once again. Then we go on to this bit of road here, and then I want to go around the lamp post this way, so through this section and then back out like that, turn the corner, go through here, and then get around that corner across the line. So again, I think doing something like, because we also have time penalties that do factor in. So I think if you go around here, and I think that our indication will be this red line here. So you can go over on the grass with all 4 wheels, but you have to have them back over at least a wheel on the pavement before this red line ends. That's a rule we're going to try to enforce. Also down here, you have to go on the road. You can't cut across on the sidewalk. Through this section, we will, you have to go on the outside of those lines. You can't really cut through the intersection. That's really the only rule through there. Yeah. I don't really see any other rules we have to enforce, so yeah, I think this car does need to be repaired real quick. But we're getting ready. So, I believe this course has been almost used before. I don't know. Not sure. So, of course, we go to the Sultan, then we get the Crewman, Revolter, Flash GT, T20, Thrax, Emirates, Sultan RS, 8F Drafter, and Car 4x4. Now, it does have potential to rain in this. We won't, that doesn't change the lap times at all. If it's a wet lap, it's a wet lap. It's kind of the rule. If it's a wet lap, it's a wet lap. Obviously, that does play in, Oh, God. This car is getting limited in the first round. Now, I believe every car that we will be driving here has advanced past the first round besides the Emirates, because I've never done this challenge with that car. Fun fact, the Emirates has never done this challenge. Go to the outside here. Hard on the brakes. Through that section and stop. 52.40 for the Sultan. That could be a decent time, but I doubt it. Here we go. Enter our penthouse garage. Sultan did it in 52.40. So once we have 6 cars that have gone, we can start eliminating the slowest time. Yeah, the 7th car goes, we eliminate 1. The 6th car goes, we can advance a car. Here we go with the Kuruma, the 2nd car to go. And the closest car in GTA resembles to my car. This has a close resemblance to the Subaru Impreza. It also does have a little bit of the Mitsubishi Evo in there, but got a little bit of an Impreza design in this, so that's why this car is in my garage. I do have the wagon version, I don't have the sedan version, but still cool. So we go through here and across the line, 42.70. So 10 seconds faster than the Sultan. Again, that's 42.70. So we'll add that in here on my computer. Next up is the Revolter. Let's see what this car can. Reset the stopwatch on my phone. And we'll get ready to go here. And we start. Here we go. Third car up, the Revolter. Good drive through that section. That looks close to having a wheel on the pavement, honestly. Oh wow, that car got destroyed. Yeah, that was close to having a... Oh, this car definitely has to get a penalty for something here. Oh wow, we kept it together from spinning out entirely. Through this section, across the line, 40.52. It will... I don't know, I think we have to give it a penalty for the cutting over section, though. So, I'll put on the time as a 40.52, and then we will do plus 5. That's always the standard penalty, it's a 5-second penalty, which will put up to 45.52. 45.52. Flash GT is up next. The fourth car to go here. We have 4 cars going. So the 5th car to go, which will be the T20. After that goes, we can lock in a car. Here goes the Flash GT, one of the most successful cars at this challenge ever. Actually, this is the 8th time that I've done this. Only the 2nd time I've done it on a video, but the 8th time overall. Pretty successful run through these challenges for this car. I believe it's only been eliminated in the first round once. It's had a pretty successful run, though, to say the least. Definitely a surprise car. This I did not think it'd be as successful as it is. Cut in there. Timer 38:35. So we get a 38:35. The fastest time so far is the Flash GT. Next car up is the T20. My favorite car in the game, based on my favorite car in real life, McLaren P1. Let's see, can the T20 set the fastest lap? So far, the first supercar, and it is away. We'll see what it can do through the casino entrance section for a second time. Taking out some lights, it's going to really slow it down. Big issues here for the T20. 5-second penalty there as well, cutting over the line. This car will not set a faster lap than the Flash GT. Wow, really struggling with this car, honestly. There you go, 44.48. So the T20 does a 44.48, 44.48. We do add 5 seconds to that. That should put up to 49.48. which means we will advance the Flash GT to the second round. Next up is the Thrax here. The second supercar to go. Car number 6 to come out of the garage. We'll be looking at locking in another car when this car's lap is over. Going to the next round currently is the Flash GT. Which car will be going next with it? Thrax is looking pretty good right now for that spot, and it does with a 37.03, the new fastest lap of the race. Where the hell am I? I'm up here. So there you go, the new fastest car of the challenge with a 37.03. Meaning, of course, the Thrax will advance to the next round as well. Very cool to see that. The second car locked in. I'm just getting something sorted out here real quick, because I keep track of it on the computer, or I keep track of it on my phone. Or, actually, I think I scored on my iPad. Either way, I keep track of it on one of those devices when I can, type an emoji, but I don't have that on the keyboard, so I got to kind of copy that for the checks, X's, and medals for showing if they're advanced or not. So, currently, with now 6 cars going, this is car number 7, so we can eliminate the first car of the challenge. The first car to go, or the first time for the Emirates to go, based on the McLaren Senna. Very, very cool car. And we've already spun it out. First second up the damn hill. Not a great start for the McLaren Senna, but overall, I think we can get this Emirates into the next round. Not a brilliant start. That is for sure. Currently the slowest lap time is the Sultan, on the edge of being limited unless this is slower. Time penalty there for cutting through for the Emirates as well. 5-second penalty added to the time for the Emirates cutting through that section. Overall, the Emirates has a 44.40, which is about equal to the Flash GT. Not the Flash GT, the T20. Sorry, wrong car. So that gives the Emirates a 44.40. You, of course, add your 5-second penalty, which brings it up to 49.40. That does eliminate the Sultan. The next fastest time is the Karuma with 42.70. Meaning that car will advance with only 3 times left to go. We will see what happens now as we go to the Sultan RS. The car on the bubble from being eliminated is the T20. Currently on the edge of being eliminated. The T20. So here we go, the anime car, the Sultan RS. Stayed enough on the pavement there. No time penalty for this car. We did have 2 tires. on the road. It's one more than you need to in that section. Did the section, no penalty there, went perfect. Or not enough to go over for a penalty. A little bit of a slide there, but kept it going pretty good. On the brakes slightly through this section. No trees. There we go, 40-48. The Kuruma, or the Sultan, has advanced itself with a 40-48. And that means that the T20 is eliminated with its 49-48. 2 cars left to go. 2 spots up for grabs in the final round. Or this next round, not the final round, second round. That being the Revolter, the Amaris, the 8F Drafter, and the Caracara 4x4, all with a shot to go to the second round. Here we go. The 8F Drafter, next car up to go. Way out there, actually couldn't move it back on the grass at times, so that's a 5-second penalty. Right there for the 8F Drafter, so let's see what it can do. Oh god. Slight contact there with one of the cars on the road. Able to steer clear of this. This thing does not have the best turning ever. The technical turns are not helping it. Made it through that section. And that is it for the 8F Drafter, which has a time of 42:30 or 42:73. That's what I should say. 42:73. Of course, it does have a 5-second penalty, which puts it up to 47.73, which is faster than the Emirates at 49:40. That has been eliminated. The next fastest car is the Revolta with a 45:52. It will be advancing. Next up is the Caracara 4x4. The final car to go. It comes down to, can this car have faster than a 47:73? Or, yeah, 47:73. That is the time that the 8F Drafter set. Here we go. Caracara 4x4. A surprise in this challenge is actually decent as well. Not a terrible vehicle in this. You would think a pickup truck wouldn't be brilliant, but it actually does the job. A little bit of a hit there, though. Will it be faster than the 8F Drafter here in the first round? We're going to find out in a second. Just a little bit more to go here. Down the long main straight, hard on the brakes. It's going to have to wait for that SUV to go by. And there we go, 43:09. No time penalties. That is faster than 47, of course. 43:09. Is good enough. So, now, the fastest time of the round was a 37:03 by the Thrax. The second fastest time of the round was a 38:35 from the Flash GT. And the third fastest time was the 42:70 from the Kuruma. Very surprising. The Kuruma typically struggles a little bit to get out of that first round, but not this time. So the fastest time was, again, the Thrax. So we'll move that through first. Then we have the Flash GT. I just have to update my chart here real quick, but you know, we'll keep the conversation going, of course. Third, the Kuruma. What's next after the Kuruma? Oh wait, I missed the Sultan down here. The Sultan actually has the third fastest time. The Sultan has a 40... The Sultan RS has a 40-48. So that's next. So the Sultan RS, then the Kuruma. After the Kuruma is the car 4x4. So the car 4x4. And then the Revolter. So, the Thrax is up first here in the second round. Let's see if we can set a faster time. So, there are 4 cars here. Or there are 6 cars, 4 cars will advance. So, after 4 cars go, I think, no, after 3 cars, right? I don't know. I think once 3 cars have gone, we can start advancing them because... Yeah, because only 2 get eliminated, so once we get to the third one, whoever's the fastest of those 3. So, once we get done with the Sultan RS, we will know who's advancing first. The Thrax will go first, though, here. Fastest time in the first round. And the second round is underway quickly here with the Thrax getting out of the gates. Well, the only supercar that advanced. The other 2, the 2 Trojans struggling. Very surprised to not see the Emirates in this round. I was definitely expecting to be driving that car more. Here, a big wiggle there from the Thrax. Took a while to get under control. I definitely don't see this being as fast of a time as the first round, but I would be surprised if it wasn't enough to advance. Gotta get hard on the brakes there to make it through that section with a 39.92, about a second, no, actually about 2 seconds slower than the first round, but I wouldn't be surprised if this car did advance. 39.92. Next up is the Flash GT. Let's go get to that. The difference, of course, here is the cars. We don't go in order through the garage. We're going now in order by the fastest lap times. We should technically do it from the slowest car to the fastest car, but do it the other way around. Okay, so the Flash GT is off, the second car to go. Of course, the second fastest car in the first round here. Doing its lap here. Only about a second slower than the Thrax in the first round. Big crash there. Gonna take some time to turn around. A little bit of a struggle there for the Flash GT, but this thing is everywhere. I was gonna say gonna recover well, but I don't know. Drifting around already at 40 seconds, so we'll see what it does when it crosses the line. 42.94. 42.94. I mean, a 42.94 puts you about 5th fastest last round. So, you don't want to be 5th fastest this round, though. So, when the Sultan RS goes here, whatever car is the fastest of the Thrax, Flash GT, and Sultan RS. So basically, what we'll do is whatever's faster between the Sultan RS and the Thrax here is going to advance to the semifinals. The winner the previous time I've done this was the T20. Actually, the last 2 wins was the T20, but that car is not here in the 8th tournament. It's been eliminated. So here we go, the Sultan RS on the track here. Little slide there. All three of the fastest cars then in the first round have had their fair share of issues in their lap. The Thrax with a big slide, the Flash GT with a little bit of a crash and a slide, and then the Sultan RS here also struggling with some of these sections of the track. But overall, not looking too bad. 40-82, that will mean that the Thrax is going to advance and be one of the 4 cars in the semifinals. With a 40-82 from the Sultan, the Thrax does not get a bronze medal, it gets a check mark. So, next up is the Kuruma. The 4th fastest car the previous time. 42.70 was its lap time. So yes, the Flash GT's time would be 5th fastest in the first round. Right now it is the 3rd fastest. So here we go. What car will set a faster lap, the Kuruma or the Thrax? Can slow it up there by traffic. Whatever does set a faster lap will advance to the semifinals. A little bit of a hit here and there, but this has got to be equaling more than the loss of control from the Thrax. It definitely is. Already up to 39 seconds on the brakes here into this section. Across the line, 45.05. Not the best time. Some of those little hits here and there did affect it. The Kuruma, 45.05. The Flash GT, or the Sultan RS, I should say, will advance. So, what's next? The car 4x4. So, the car 4x4 will knock out the Kuruma with a faster time than 45.05. And it can advance itself with something faster than 42.94. So here we go. Car 4x4, all to play for here. Can lock itself in and can knock out a car right now. But again, it's now the part in the segment where you can knock yourself out with just a bad run. Further down the list you go, it does get a little bit harder to worry about things like that. Also, this section becomes a little bit more tricky with cars being parked in it now as we get to the daytime compared to the nighttime. So here we go, across the line, 40.99. The car 4x4 with a 40.99. Does advance itself in. Does knock out the Kuruma. And now it comes down to the final car of the round. The Revolter. Everything that matters here is getting faster than a 42.94. Anything faster than that will put the Revolter in the next round. Anything slower than that, it's eliminated. Here we go. 42.94. The time for the Revolter to beat. It also wants, we got to try to avoid a time penalty with this car. At this point, being the only car to get a time penalty would be hurtful in the round. Nobody getting a time penalty this time. Last round, quite a lot of time penalties. Use their time here. Drive down the main road. Slight on the brakes there. Cross the line. 39.70. The Revolter into the next round. And not only into the next round, but into the next round with the fastest lap. So the Revolter, we can get back in and head back out there again already. Because that is the fastest lap of the round. So, the Revolter, of course, getting the gold medal for that round. The Thrax getting the silver medal for that round. And the third fastest time was the Sultan RS 40.82. Slightly ahead of the car with the 40.99. So, the Revolter, the Thrax, the Sultan RS, and the car 4x4. So, this is all to play for to go to the finals. Right here. Revolter, Thrax, Sultan RS, and car. The whole time comes down to this. Can you get a fast enough lap time to lock yourself in? I also believe the way that this will work, because there's only 4 cars. Once 2 have gone, you should know who's going and who's staying. Who's going to the finals? And who's staying in the garage after this round? A lot of driving off on the edge there for the Revolter. Not a great lap time compared to the last time, which gave the opportunity to go first. But really, honestly, that kind of wasn't terrible. 39.73. My email just opened on my computer randomly. Cool. $39.73 for the Revolter. Next up is the Thrax. Actually, when the third car goes, we can kind of decide from there who advances and who doesn't. Also, it's the only round that getting the bronze medal, the third place, is not what you're looking for. So here we go, Thrax on the track, ready to go. Hard braking there early. Big mistake. Thrax back on the track. Oh god, slowed down by an SUV. This could be a potentially very, very difficult lap by having to slow down 2 times unexpectedly. May not be brilliant. But it is 37.57. That is a big surprise. $37.57. The Sultan RS is up next. And it can eliminate the Revolter with a time faster than 39.73 and can lock itself into the next round with anything higher than a 37.57. We'll see what it can do. Right now. The third fastest car from the previous round here. Looking pretty decent. Did have some issues in the last round. As you may recall, we did have some slight impacts into things, but overall not terrible. I'm just more surprised at the lineup of cars we have here left. Only one supercar in a group of 4. Very, very surprising to not have at least the T20 or the other thing in it, the Emerus. So 37.91. Not enough to advance itself, but enough to eliminate the Revolter. Eliminate the Revolter, and by doing that, moving the Thrax into the next round. So, now it comes down to the Car. It needs faster than a 37.91. Now, look at the Sultan RS is considered a supercar, technically. But I don't ever really consider it a supercar myself. I consider it more of a sports car. That's the category it should be in. So, can the car, a pickup truck, set a time faster than a sports car and faster than a supercar? Well, we're going to find out right now. Here we go, the car 4x4. Or the Sultan RS. Who's going to the finals against the Thrax? Very, very interesting here to find out which car will go to the finals. Of course, we will have to give a full breakdown of everything before we jump into that final match between the Thrax and the Sultan RS. Or the car. It will be the car getting eliminated as it crossed the line. Now, I did misclick and the thing says 40-14. I'm going to say 38-38. Because it did say 38 when I went to go press it. 38. Actually, I think it was 38-41. So we'll give it a 38-41 due to my misclicking. Eliminating the car, putting the Sultan RS into the next round. The Thrax with the fastest lap. Sultan RS with the second fastest lap. The car with the third fastest lap. So, we're going to get in the Thrax and head out there, but before we do, the Thrax, or we'll get out there, but before we get into it, the Thrax won on track number 5. I don't know what track number 5 is. The Thrax made it for the finals on track number 3 and lost. And the Thrax, that was the first time it entered. So the Thrax has won once and lost once. The Sultan RS, though, has never made it to the final round before. The Sultan RS previously on track number 7 got eliminated in the quarterfinals, got eliminated in the second round on track 6, semifinals on track 5, quarterfinals or second round on track 4. Got eliminated in the first round on track number 3. Track 2 got eliminated in the first round, and then track 1 also get eliminated in the first round. So it's sort of, picked itself up. We do also have to award the fastest lap in a second when this is all done. I was going to find one thing here real quick. I didn't award the fastest lap for my previous time through. Okay, so we do have a fastest lap award to give out here, which could either go to the Thrax with a 37.03. Yeah, that's what it's looking like right now. The Thrax with a 37.03 in the first round was very, very fast. Here we go, out on the track for the Thrax. Oh, wait. We're supposed to do a how each car got here. Oh my god. I don't think it has any damage to the front, does it? No. We can just line it back up. Cool. Okay, so. The Thrax got here by winning the first round with a 37.03, advancing the second round and getting a 39.92, getting beat by the Revolter, which had a very fast lap of 39.70 in that round, which surprisingly the Revolter got eliminated the next round with a 39.73. So the same time that got the Revolter essentially first place in the second round, got it eliminated in the third round. So the Thrax here with 2 times being the fastest car and 1 time being the second fastest car. Meanwhile, for the Sultan RS, it got through the first round with the third fastest time of 40.48, only getting outbeat by the Thrax at 37.03 and a 38.35 from the Flash GT. Second round, the Sultan RS was the third fastest car once again, getting beat by the Revolter's 39.70 and the Thrax's 39.92. And then, of course, in the next round, it had to be the second fastest car. So finally getting from third to second, the Sultan RS jumped up to a 37.91, only losing out by a few tenths of a second to the Thrax with a 37.57. So here they are, the Sultan RS, the furthest has ever made it. And the Thrax here for the third time. Let's find out who will become the champion in today's video on track number 8. The Thrax is away. The fastest lap currently being held by at a 37.03 in the first round. This is very quick. Very, very quick. Nothing to worry about there. With time penalties for the Thrax, it's out of that section of the track. Time penalties are no longer going to be a factor for it. All it has to do is cross the line in a 36.49. That felt quick. And that's because it was. Holy... Blop blop. Oh boy. 36.49. Currently the fastest lap by a decent gap. The Sultan RS will have to win this now with the fastest lap out there, basically. 36.49. The fastest lap the Sultan RS has done has been a 37.91. So it needs to go about a second, almost a second and a half faster than it has ever gone on the circuit. See what we can do. Here we go, away for the Sultan RS. That was a pretty good time. That was a proper fast time as well from the Thrax. Really, really fast. Let's see what we can do here with the Sultan RS though. Throw it into this turn. There you go, it killed it. Time over. The winner will be the Thrax. You can't afford to hit anything. This car just did. I doubt there's a way that this car can set a faster lap than that. Already 33, 35, 36. There it is. Winner is gonna be the Thrax, the 40.27. Once it got past 39, I kind of threw in the towel, not gonna lie, but once it got past 36, but damn, that was insane. 40.27. In the previous round, that car wouldn't even have gotten here. So, of course, the Thrax gets his check mark as the winner. The Sultan RS sees the first and only X that you can receive in a round. Sultan RS is eliminated. Of course, the second fastest time in the round. Thrax advances, or wins, goes to the first place for the second time. And with the fastest lap. I believe that may be the first fastest lap of a championship. No, actually, the first time through, these Flash GT did have the fastest lap in the final round. But very, very surprising. No rain, no time penalties after the first round. We had a lot there. The Emirates, the T20, Revolter, 8 after. And the Revolter was the only car to advance after getting a time penalty. That definitely hurt the Emirates and the T20. Definitely could have had a shot in the second and third rounds if they didn't go from 44 to 49 on their times. But to the disappointment of that comes a celebration here for the Thrax. Not a great burnout, honestly. The car based on the Bugatti Chiron, one of the fastest cars in the world. I believe this is probably one of the fastest cars in GTA. Here with the fastest lap. Winning once again in our lap time challenge number 8. I used to do these years ago, never on a video though. I thought they were kind of fun just to do, messing around when I didn't have anything to do. And it's quite fun to just see what cars are your fastest in your garage, and it's kind of cool also to keep track of it. I wish I used to, or I wish I kept the paper from when I used to write it down. I didn't keep it in notes or a document on my phone, but nowadays it's some notes on my iPhone, so I can, manage it on my phone, my iPad, or my computer. Pretty easy. But there you go, the fastest car of the day, the fastest car in the video, is the Thrax. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and we'll see you guys in the next one.